the same Transport Cabinet Secretary Davis Chirichiro arrived at the airport for discussions with various stakeholders to end the strike and resolve the issue raised by JKIA workers. Speaking to both the workers and senior management, Chirichiro mentioned that negotiations and agreements had already been reached between the union and management, a bold step that was taken and finalized by Francis Otoli, who's the head of COTU.
And when employer is not responding to the workers' needs in a programmed manner or procedural manner, workers are always left with no alternative other than going on strike. I personally, as Secretary General of COTU, I tried to call the then Minister, Honorable Murkomen, before when this thing started, with a view of trying to educate him or to advise him to meet the workers and explicitly explain this a done issue to workers. Our ministers are arrogant. They don't take telephones. If they are taking telephones, they are taking telephones from businessmen or employers, and they disregard workers' calls. This is very dangerous. This is what has brought all about what is happening here now. But we are prepared. We are now leaving for a meeting, and we will be reporting back. But strikes in the airports or in any other enterprises are always there. Some few days ago, I was in one of the international countries, and all airlines workers were on strike, and the delays were as usual witnessed and so on. And we are urging our members to remain firm, to remain strong. They have our support until we report back on this particular issue. This was a very, very simple matter where the assurance to workers in writing that our members will lose no jobs and their jobs will remain protected by both government and as it is required by law. And that assurance alone, we wouldn't have been to where we are. But a lot of arrogance. The Adan issue is as if it is exclusive to management alone and government.
Our passengers at Moi International Airport in Mombasa faced major delays due to the go-slow by workers. Now this, we're going to show you just a small snippet of what was happening at the time when the travelers wanted to go to the different destinations but could not because of the go-slow. Our public university lecturers through the union WASU have issued a 7-day strike notice if their demands are not met. A strike is expected to halt all academic activities at the universities. The lecturers are protesting that their 2021-2025 collective bargaining agreement has not been implemented by the relevant university administrations.
Wa kufanya mgomo wa wafanyikazi katika vyuo vikuu. Na ilani hiyo inashiria kwamba mgomo utaanza ifikapo mwezi huu tarehe 18. Ikiwa tajiri hata kuwa amefanya lile ambalo linatakikana kuwawezesha hawa wafanyikazi wapate nyongeza yao ya mshahara, tarehe 18 hamtakuwa na kazi yoyote.
We take a position and demand and state as follows. 1. That the 30,000 university employees in public universities and constituent colleges shall withdraw their labor on 18th of September 2024, until their demands are met. That there will be no teaching or any work activity in the universities with effect from the expiry of the strike notice.
Now, similarly, lecturers at Kirinyaga University have protested against delays in their payments, complaining about the unpaid 9% of their salaries despite receiving 91%. They have also requested the university management to pay the balance and address the other issues after being denied salary increments for 3 years now.
This employer of ours miscalculated our arrears by 9%. 9%, we were paid 91%. When we went to inquire, they actually agreed that they have miscalculated. I understand it is a spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet that missed the formula. And we were paid 91%. So the question today we are asking, and we have been asking them, where is our 9% balance?
We are here today to express our displeasure because of the way our management, university management, has been treating us as far as the 2017-2021 CBA is concerned. We happen to be the university that we are the only ones who have not been paid this diagonal CBA payments.
And finally, Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o has been appointed interim leader of the Orange Democratic Movement Party, tasked with chairing the Central Management Committee, one of the party's top decision-making bodies. This appointment follows ODM party leader Raila Odinga's decision to step back from leadership duties to focus more on his campaign for the African Union Commission chairmanship that will have elections next year, February. Nyong'o will lead the Central Management Committee until February 2025, overseeing key decisions within the party's leadership structure.
That in light of the grueling campaign by our party leader and the need for him to focus on this for the AU chairmanship, he has designated His Excellency Honorable Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, the Governor of Kisumu, to chair any and such meetings of this committee, the Central Committee, that may become necessary during periods of his absence. For those of you not familiar with the constitution of ODM, the Central Committee is the only organ of the party that is chaired by the party leader, and that therefore for him to concentrate on his campaigns as the chairperson for the chairpersonship of the AUC, he has designated the Governor of Kisumu, His Excellency Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, to chair the meetings of this committee whenever he will not be able to attend. Number two, that the state of affairs in Kakamega County Assembly has now become unacceptable. The party has, via official communication, designated Honorable Geoffrey Ondiro as the majority leader. This directive has, however, been repeatedly frustrated by individuals led by the county governor, the speaker, and the former leader of majority, Honorable Maina. The committee has therefore resolved to summon the three to appear before it at a date to be communicated. In the meantime, however, the party insists that forthwith the speaker must implement the directives, and further that all purported changes to committee membership and leadership be and are hereby revoked. Number three, that the party has also received complaints of wrangling within its ranks in Kilifi County, and the committee has resolved that the two deputy party leaders, His Excellency Honorable Simba Arati, the Governor of Kisii, and Honorable Ososi, the Senator for Vihiga, as deputy party leaders, to hold an urgent meeting with all stakeholders in Kilifi to resolve this matter. They shall be joined by the National Organizing Secretary, who is here, the Honorable Abdisalam.
Welcome to the newspaper review. Now, number one is the Daily Nation. Okay, we have, of course, three newspapers. That is the Daily Nation, the Standard, and the Star. Of course, on the Daily Nation, which is what we're going to start with, chaos at airports. Thousands of passengers were stranded at various airports yesterday when members of the Kenya Aviation Workers Union downed their tools to oppose a proposed government plan to lease JKIA, East Africa's biggest and busiest transport hub, to Indian conglomerate Adani Enterprise in a deal shrouded in secrecy. Tourism and import or export businesses were also hard hit amid the flight disruptions and diversions. You can see the photo that is being shown there is a patient being wheeled on a stretcher at JKIA yesterday at the aviation workers' strike paralyzed operations for the better part of the day. Then they are also doing a story on Dida in prison. Now, just a little bit of the story, if you do not know. Dida, Mohamed Abduba Dida, was formerly a presidential candidate here in Kenya. He has actually tried and failed twice, and he went to the United States of America to further his education. While he was there, he got himself a third wife. Well, he had two wives here. He actually had three wives here. One divorced, and then he divorced with one, went to the US, got himself a fourth wife. And this fourth wife is the reason for this arrest. Now, no clear information is being given on the details of the arrest, though. Well, what we have, or the information that is at hand right now, is that Dida was missing for a couple of days. He hadn't called home. So when the family tried to reach out to the fourth wife, the wife said that he was being held by the police. Then later on, they realized it was not just being arrested. He was not only arraigned, but he was sentenced, and he will be coming out from prison. That is in April 3rd, 2019. If I got the dates right, that should be April 3rd, yes, 2019. That is when he will be seeing, or he will be getting his freedom. Yeah. Yes, that is a bit of the Daily Nation. Of course, at the back of the Daily Nation, we have President directs audit of safety and compliance in schools after the fires. This is, of course, an issue after an issue after an issue. School after school after school is being burnt. Then there's apparent grieving at Hillside in Russia. That's the photo that is back there. And at the very tail end of the Daily Nation, that is the last story they're doing, is lecturers, other public university workers issue a 7-day strike notice. I had mentioned this in the news earlier. Then we go to the Star newspaper. State mulls rejecting 240 billion Adani deal. Concession in its infancy, as there are many steps ahead before it becomes a deal. Now, they are saying that the deal is, they have refused or rejected the deal. Hashtag reject Adani is what the airport workers were going with. And now you can see photos of passengers stranded at the JKIA. Others were sleeping on the different plates. And we know that JKIA has not really been built to cater for very many bystanders. JKIA is quite a busy airport that's just come, drop, go. And so people really felt the heat yesterday, being that it was a very sunny day. I'm really sorry for the travelers who were using the airport yesterday. Then, of course, the Star is also talking about 28 residents of Kisumu filed class suit over police brutality. Talking about police, Masengeli should be, the sentencing is tomorrow, not today. Raila picks Nyong'o to lead ODM as he focuses on AUC chairperson campaigns. Then more Kenyans suffer brain decline disease but receive no help, caution experts. Then Kenya's lost 21 billion in fake claims by faithless officers at NHIF petitioners. Very sad. Eyes on Tokyo is what is at the back of the sports. Now allow me to go back to the front of the Star. And Kenyans lost 21 billion in fake claims. If this part of 21 billion, at least, are you trying to tell me that 21 billion cannot build a proper runway? How much? I'm not an architect. I should just leave it to the experts. maybe. We go to the Standard newspaper. Paralysis as Adani wars cut Kenya off. Now, the country was yesterday isolated from the rest of the world as the regional aviation hub JKIA was thrown into a state of paralysis after aviation workers downed tools to protest against a planned 30-year takeover by Indian firm Adani, causing flight cancellations and delays that caught thousands of travelers unawares. Now, one of the people who were affected by these flights apparently was our team, the Harambee Stars. While they were coming from South Africa, they had to reschedule their flight from during the day to around 8:30, 8:40 p.m. That's when they boarded their flight back home. Quite sad, quite sad. Then at the very back of the sports, bullish Harambee Stars coach Firat says he is ready for Cameroon. Of course, so far, so good. Harambee Stars player Eric Ouma and Duke Abuya celebrating the win over Namibia. It was a 2-1 win. And just to go over the AFCON qualifiers, Group J, Kenya, Zimbabwe, Cameroon, and Namibia. Then results after 2 rounds, Kenya, Zimbabwe 0-0, Namibia, Kenya 1-2, Cameroon 1, Namibia 0, and Zimbabwe 0, Cameroon 0. The standings is at Kenya number 1 with 4 points, Cameroon number 2 with 4 points, Zimbabwe number 3 with 2 points, and Namibia closes the Group J with 0 points. Now, Kenya's next fixtures we have on October 7th, Cameroon versus Kenya, and October 15th, Kenya versus Cameroon. I hope they're going to do as well as they have done the past March. Now, that marks the end of the Standard newspaper as well as the newspaper review. My name is Consolata Chibalonza. I have a surprise guest for you today, so be on the lookout. You will know more about it in just a few. EBN TV, taking a short break. We'll be right back.
I'm popularly known as Madante. Yeah, we have something good for Nairobi City County.
So, in the Nairobi Super Cup, what position or what role do you play there?
Yes, I'm the Secretary General in the organizing committee. So I do a lot of the communication with the coaches. We have a WhatsApp platform where we do our communication. The moment someone gets interested, we add them in the WhatsApp. If you have a team, if you're a team manager, or if you are the head coach. So basically, we invite them, so all the communication in regards to Nairobi Super Cup are done there.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. And what about you, sir?
Thank you once again. My name is Samuel Ouma, Coach Sam. Yeah, I'm the founder of the tournament, Nairobi Super Cup. Yeah, the aim of this is just to bring teams together, coaches together, and connect each other to make Nairobi shine once again. Yeah.
All right, karibuni sana EBN TV, and it is quite interesting what you have come up with the Nairobi Super Cup. But perhaps I will ask you as the founder to start with, what prompted you to doing that? What was the idea, or what was the motivating factor?
I've seen in Nairobi we have so much talent, but there's no opportunity where kids can have a place where to showcase their talent very well. Friendly environment there is not. So we decided to start something that we are able to showcase, platform where kids can sharpen their talents, coaches can give their best, see, where even scouts can come and do mobilization of the players, to see the kids, to have that friendly environment.
And Madante, you said it's Madante, right?
Yes.
What is the reception like? How are people taking this?
Yes, Nairobi Super Cup is big. When you get into the social media handles, it's something quite big. Yeah? We've not advertised it so much, but you can see within 2 to 3 days, the moment we went online, The reception is so good. I receive so many calls because my number is on the posters, my number is on the flyers. Everywhere we post it, my number is there. So I receive so many inbox, people getting interested as far as outside Korogocho, outside Nairobi, Korogocho, Kariobangi. We have people who are coming from Kayole, Mwiki. We have people now outside Nairobi. We have Naivasha. People are calling us. They want to bring their teams. Some are coming from as far as outside our country, neighboring countries like Uganda, Tanzania. They are getting interested. They want to be part of this tournament. Yes.
So, to you, our founder, why under 13?
For now, we decided to start with under 13 because of the place that we have. And then we are progressing. As much as we are progressing, we want to expand it. Yeah.
Where are you? Because I'm hearing the terminology where we are, or where are you located? Are you a team? What are you?
We are coaches. We are specialists in this football. I decided to pick coaches. Madante is a media guy. I have two other guys. They are specialists in that. So we are coaches who love football, who love soccer, and have passion in it to develop kids' talent. Yeah.
Madante you've said you're the one with dealing with your outlook. What are you offering people that makes them want to come and join you for the Nairobi Super Cup?
Yes, we are offering quality and fairness in the playground. Yeah. So we are promising them that this tournament is going to be totally different from others, where all coaches are going to have a fair play. We don't want to. In most cases, we have tournaments where there is a lot of what we call age cheating. Someone comes there because they want to win that tournament. But in real sense, you find that those people they are fielding are overaged. So what we want to do different from what other people have been doing is that we want to ensure that there is a total discipline in sports. We want to have a lot of fairness. Yes, so that when you bring up your child is able to showcase the skills they have in accordance with the age group. Yes, we don't just bring someone in the tournament, someone who is older to come and intimidate others.
But how will you ensure that the older people do not get mixed or entangled with the younger ones?
We have the expertise. As you can see, we are a team. We are a team. My job is doing communication. We have other coaches who are with us here, but they are not on set. They are specialized in maybe finding whether this child is cheating or something like that. They have been in so many tournaments. Like the CEO says, there have been so many tournaments. They know what goes on there. Some of these children, they know each other. Yes, they know each other. They go to school together. They know their ages. So age issue, we have the expertise. Some of the things we are not going to disclose here on air because these coaches will be coming prepared.
That makes more sense. Now let me ask, perhaps you've told me that a greater number of the organizing committee or the committee is comprising of coaches. Now, are these coaches also free to participate in the tournament? Once you're a coach in the committee, you cannot participate?
Yes, you cannot participate once you are in the committee because we are avoiding that also cheating activities. We want to make this Nairobi to shine and to bring something special that has never happened in Nairobi.
What is the ultimate goal? What does the winner get?
The winner gets, there are jerseys, caps, balls,
the medals.
And the medals, yes.
Is this something that you're trying for today only, or are there consecutive matches that you're also going to plan?
Yes, now this being the first edition, just as the director is explaining, we plan to have a more competitive football tournament in the future. We will be incorporating other age groups in the future. But being the fact that this is the first time we are having this tournament, we want first of all to have this under 13. They are very talented. their mindset is still young, and they're still they're only displaying their skills. Their body has not catch up with the emotions, with that transformation thing. So there are people, if you give them instruction, they'll go and do the real job. So here is where we have the real talent, and it will make sense. Why is it that when we have a tournament of under 13, when we take them outside our country, these people do very well. But when it reaches under 21, under 22, or the senior teams, we are being beaten with the counterparts who we used to beat them at the age of 13. What is the breakdown in between here? What are we not doing correct? Like to develop our footballing talents here in the country. So we have a big objective. Nairobi Super Cup tournament is going to outlive even us. We want to make it something that will be there to be remembered. Our children will go and find it there, and it is something that we want to bring in so many partners. We want people who are sharing the same objective to come in and support us in this. So right now we're just starting with what we have. We don't have much. We are still asking for a lot of support from different partners. We're still asking people to come in. That's why you haven't heard him talking about the prize money. Because we still don't have that. We are still working on the logistics, on how to plan, to pay. There is a lot of budget involved in organizing a tournament, especially here in Nairobi. Issues to do with securities, issues to do with the officiating, all those must be factored in.
So as you've mentioned, maybe for you, founder, unaweza tuambia, when it comes to the financial support, how can somebody support you, and is the support limited? Because I have had guests here who say we are having this and this and this, and these are the people who should not support us. There's a person who was here and was telling me, I will accept support from anyone but not a politician. I do not need the help of a politician. So maybe for you also, as you're receiving alms or help, are there people who cannot help you? Are there people who can help you? Are there ways or specific ways? Labda kuna mtu anasema, I do not have money, but I can help you in this way or this way. Please share.
For now, we want everyone to chip in, because Nairobi is not for me, for all of us, it's for everyone, Nairobi. So even if it's politician, anybody, even if you don't have money, you just come, idea, you can share with your idea, anything that you have, we will appreciate, just to make this tournament to shine, and to make it be great. Anything we accept.
What are some of the biggest challenges that you've been having so far in the planning of this?
Finances. I can say finances are the biggest challenge, because if you don't have money, you will not be able to pay referees, to hire the field, and so on.
Madante, is the government helping you in any way?
So far so good. We don't have someone from the government who is supporting us.
Why are you saying so far so good?
Yes, everything we are doing on our own. However, we have a partner who is also someone who loves football, who has decided to will be part of us. And we must acknowledge, we have to, it's important we mention this partner. We have Matach Foundation, will be coming to be part of us in organizing this tournament. So I think, just like he has said, Nairobi is for all of us. The little support you have, currently football is a profession. It's not about the person who plays the ball. Coaches are being paid, referees are being paid. All these are football stakeholders. And it's like a work, a job. It's a profession that ought to be given respect it deserves. Yes. And through sporting, I think there is a lot of unity. There is a lot of cohesion and peace. All those brought together, you see what sport does in a community where sometimes we have, in Nairobi, they always say, today Nairobi is very peaceful, tomorrow you don't know what you can wake up to. So those are the things we want to avoid. Football doesn't have tribe. Provided you have a talent, you can be part of this big initiative. So I can't say the government has supported us now, but the government has already supported us for accommodating us in this country, giving us that opportunity to come up with an idea and maybe try to cultivate it to something bigger in the future.
Perhaps someone is watching you, has a 13, a 12, a 10-year-old at home, and they're like, you know, football is not like athletics where you'll just run alone. You need a team.
Yes.
So how does a parent get their child in a football team to start with?
Yes, there are so many academies in the country, and there are so many teams here. Football is something that is being nurtured from childhood, and this child, the moment he has that passion for playing football, he has to get into a soccer team for a coach to give him instruction on how to play, how to position himself in the field. Now, football you can't play alone.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
So it's something that we have boys, you bring them together. So basically, most of those children you are talking about, they have where they go to school. And when we are in school, you just see the talents start popping up. Those children will not go to school. We have like street soccer. They form a team, they start playing, and you can tell this child has a talent. What is remaining is guidance. That's what is remaining now, to harness, to sharpen that skill for that child now to become someone more professional in whatever he is good at. So as the child grows, the interest also grows. Now the child now will identify somewhere. Now if you are a parent and you have a child who is talented, who is gifted in playing football, you as a parent, you take it as a responsibility. You send him to a place where this child will get enough training, good instructions, and not just that. This tournament, we came up with the tournament because, you know, just like in school, you study for some time, and then at the end of the day, you are supposed to sit for a CAT, continuous assessment test. This child must be tested on what he has been learning. We don't have so many tournament platforms in this country. And now Nairobi Super Cup is offering this opportunity for very many teams. However diverse they are, we have people who are coming from well-off background, we have people who are struggling, but when it comes to talent, we want now to showcase it there. Yes, what can you offer in the field when you're giving that opportunity?
So to you, founder, because you deal with coaches and on field and off field, how do you notice a good coach?
A good coach is like a father, like a parent, who is near and closer to that kid, who understand and have passion in what he or she is doing in the field.
Do we have coach training courses or something of the sort in Kenya right now?
So far, yes, I can say yes. I've seen so many coaches being trained, and also as we have started the tournament, we want it to be big. Even these coaches who are performing, who are playing this tournament, we can take them to these classes. You will find that not all of them will get that opportunity to go to class. So those who haven't got that opportunity, we want to create that platform for them.
And the dates for when is this tournament going to start?
Yes, we are hosting this tournament on 23rd of November, 23rd, 24th, and 25th of November, depending on the number of teams that will turn up. We are hosting it at Our Lady of Fatima Secondary School, that is in Kariobangi North. Most coaches, we will be giving them direction to that place. However, when we have so many teams, because that's a continuous question I receive even in my inbox. Coach, how are we going to manage this thing with this number of teams that are showing interest? Like we said, we want to make this thing very big, very big. Yes, and when you are making something big, you must have a plan. We have a plan we are going to execute. We are going to give Nairobi the best that it has ever experienced. We want to assure our coaches that this thing, like we said, we have expertise in the committee members. Those coaches you see there, they have a lot of experience. They have taken our most teams outside the country. They know how these tournaments are being ran. And because we don't have that continuous assessment test, that's where we came in. Because there is always a gap. And our ours is to bridge that gap for those people who are the lovers of football. Like in November, schools will be closing. What are these children will be doing at home? We are going to keep them busy. The moment you tell a coach we are going to have this tournament, right now, I always insist in the communication platform that what you are supposed to do, your role is to pay the registration and prepare well. When you come there, we will not tolerate indiscipline and age cheating. That one, you can be guaranteed. That one, there will be no option. We will not care about how you will feel because we want to have that quality. And other coaches who are fearing that when they go there, maybe the first question, the way you asked my boss about the how will we ensure that the tournament is fair to all. I think we are prepared. You can see the team there.
Tell me about those two, because you're referring to them a lot.
Yes, these are professionals. Someone who has taken a team to Tanzania, brought up a cup in the country. Someone who has taken someone who has been hired from slum to go and coach in a particular academy. Someone who has been in the system. He knows how the system runs in terms of football. These are people we are nurturing. Even this coach, they are growing. Yes, even in the future, the tournament will be having something very serious. We will be organizing these clinics for the coaches, for the referees. Nairobi Super Cup, we want it to be something big, something that really exhausts what football is in the country. All the aspects, whether it's the refereeing, whether it's the football clinics, those were all of them. However, for now we are concentrating with the under 13 tournament. This is where our focus is. We are dealing with the questions as they come. Now a coach will ask you, how are you going to ensure that this team will be fair? I'm telling him, prepare for your team, come. When that day comes, if I fail you, don't come second edition. Yes, because we are going to feel it, we are going to see it. Yes. Another question they are also asking so much is about the prizes they're going to offer. You see, like they are telling us, we are supposed to have uniforms, we are supposed to have this. We are telling them we are communicating what is workable, what can be achieved. I cannot tell you I'll give you a child a medal when I don't have it in place. I must know that I must be assured that I have this thing, so that when I'm communicating it to the public, to those people who are interested, to the stakeholders, for them to bring their children here to compete, is something that I know I will be able to give it. Yes. So far so good. We are still planning, and there's so much we are supposed to talk about, but we cannot preempt. We cannot give these people a prior knowledge of what we are going to do exactly on the tournament. That will allow some cheating. Yes. What is important right now is that we make this tournament work. That's why the finances bit part of it is very important. So when we are asking our sponsors to come in, this is something is going to be big. Now, if you want to be associated with us, we can promise you that we are not going to let you down. Yes, we are people who are committed towards this cause. Yes.
All right. Founder, maybe unaweza tuambia what's the process like if I want to join, if I want to participate in the Nairobi Super Cup, what's the process like?
Yeah, the process is like this. You just there are numbers there. You can call Madante. We have Coach J. We have Coach Ken. Their numbers are there in the posters. Yeah, you can call them and they will direct you to it. Yeah.
What are the requirements? Once I call, what do I expect to hear?
Yeah, the requirements for now is just registration. Yeah, the next we are still planning on how we can tell these coaches because the Secretary General said we can't disclose everything.
Yeah.
So for now it's just registration, and we can explain you for you where the tournament will be playing, the money you needed to pay.
Which is how much?
2,000 Kenyan shillings only.
That's good. That's fair price.
Because so far many coaches were asking why 2,000. You know the field. We are hiring the field. We are paying the referees and many logistics. Yeah. So that's why we decided to start with 2,000. Yeah.
That's a good price. That's a fair price and very reasonable. So you've talked about having numbers. Please maybe share, because you're the one in charge of communication, share how people can reach out to you, if they can call you, or your social media pages.
Yes.
And all that.
Yes, we have Nairobi Super Cup social media handle, Facebook. We are very active in Facebook. When you get there, you will find our details. Yes, my number here as a person, because people reach me in person, is 0729939488. I can repeat again.
Yes.
0729939488. So we have a WhatsApp group. When they slide into my DM, they give me the number. I add them into WhatsApp. I don't do that job alone. We are as like we said, we are a team, and we must have the moment we have a common objective, everything just come in out automatically. You don't have to struggle to consult this and that, because we know the plans we already have. However, we have our meetings as a team. We normally organize meetings so that we come when we have a technical question, because people are asking difficult questions also. To someone else it can be simple, but to someone else it's a difficult question. If I find it I cannot answer, we have our official page. We discuss, then we revert back. Yes, we answer them accordingly, professionally. Yeah. So I think the CEO also have people whom he knows, and like he said, there's nobody here whose team will feature there, because we don't want conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Of course. The moment we have prize money, we don't want someone to bring their team. At the same time, my team is there and I want it to win.
Yeah.
No. That one I will not be professional. Yeah. I will not be objective enough. That's why we decided, if you are a coach, right now, just leave it at that point. You are going to be official. Your job is going to be just follow up, give the proper services to other coaches, and that's final. So if someone is searching Nairobi Super Cup, you can search that one. You can search their social media handles. They are posting them everywhere at the personal level. In social media, personal level. I am in X. I'm being called Mr. Kabisa. In X space. In Facebook, my name remains Daniel Omband. In WhatsApp, when you click my number, you'll see Mr. Kabisa. So they are asking, who is this Mr. Kabisa? Now they are seeing me in person. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. And perhaps I'll ask, just to clear that, do you have a team? Are you a coach?
Me, I'm a professional photographer. Yes, I take a lot of photography. I interact with so many coaches. I know how they run their business. The moment I stepped out of the school, the first photography sessions I took was to photograph footballers. So it's like being a football fan. I'm an Arsenal fan.
For life. That's the only team, guys. That's the only team. God bless you.
So for the love of soccer, I keep on following Harambee Stars. I'm a big fan of our national team.
For life, guys.
Yes, I'm a big fan of Gor Mahia. I was born and brought up in a legion, so I follow so much on them.
Almost perfect.
Almost
perfect.
Yes, so I started photographing soccer players, and in football we do a lot of action. Now when you do a lot of action as a journalist, as a sports journalist, you have to have a lot of details on what is going on in the soccer, the position someone plays, his strengths, his skills, so that when you are talking about that person as a journalist, you know what areas to touch on. You know what is going on in the football. Inside the country and even outside. Yes, so we follow football not just locally but internationally. So if Harambee Stars doesn't go to World Cup, I am a big fan of the Spanish side. I love their way of football, the way they put it down, and that's why you'll see in EPL I support Arsenal. When we go back to Spanish side, I support Barcelona, because I just love that football being put down. Let's get back to business.
All right. What about you?
Yeah, I'm a coach and I have a team academy in Korogosho. Yeah, and also I'm a fan of Liverpool.
You're trying, not bad.
I love Liverpool so much.
All right. Well, I think that's all for today. That's all the time we had for. By the way, I'm an Arsenal fan, of course. Is there any other team? Please, you're lucky you're not a Man U fan, but I know no Man U fan can start such a cup. They cannot. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. This is a great initiative. I hope and pray for the best. We'll try to link you up with our scoreboard fans and see how far this can go, but we'll talk that off camera. But maybe you can give your parting shots as we close and wrap up.
If I start, yes, to all those people who are watching us today, if you have a team, we are offering the best. Kindly
talk to them straight.
Yes, if you have a team, I'm talking to someone who has a team under 13. If you have a team, kindly bring it. We are going to offer the best. This is the best that Nairobi has ever hosted. We want you to have that experience that has never been felt before. It's time you see what your child is able to offer. Yes, you are welcome. You are welcome so much. Be part of the first edition, so that when people when Nairobi Super Cup grows, we grow together. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, as the founder, I just want to talk to donors who are outside there. First, I want to appreciate Matach Foundation for being with us, to partner with us with in this tournament. And someone else who is outside there who has passion in football and soccer, and who is willing to support this first edition of Nairobi Super Cup. I welcome you on board. Come and work together for the benefit of the kids.
All right. For the kids, it is indeed. Thank you very much for your time. Bwana CEO Asante. Thank you very much, Matante, for your time. And nimesikia Coach K na Coach J. Thank you very much also for joining us. That marks the end of EBN TV Morning Live. Consolata Chibalonza is my name. Thank you very much to Alan for being here, taking care of the cameras. Asante sana King D Creations for being on the other side of the wall, ensuring that you're live and on air. It has been a privilege to host the Nairobi Super Cup team. I do hope that if you have a child talented, you will equip him through the right channels and ensure it's a male, right?
Yes.
Ensure he is under 13 before you can even give him up onto the Nairobi Super Cup. I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Have a lovely day ahead, and until next time, God bless.
Thank you.